Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric. Yes, another video from me. Can you believe it? What is this, 3 in less than 10 days? Amazing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I got some gameplay here for you from the brand new maps. The Apocalypse map pack came out yesterday, and I spent a few hours last night running the maps with some friends. And so the gameplay you got here is first a domination match on Frost, and then a little gameplay on Takeoff, which is a remake of the Black Ops 1 DLC map, Stadium. So I guess before I get into what I want to talk about tonight, I'll just talk quickly about the new maps as I just open up a little beer here. It's late on Wednesday night. Okay, so the new maps. I got a chance to play for about 3 or 4 hours yesterday, which is pretty amazing for me. And I have to say my initial impression of the map pack is sort of mixed results. I do not like Dig at all. I know that that is a remake of Courtyard from World at War. And I actually didn't play World at War. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I just sort of skipped that version, and I wanted to go back to it, but it seems like, you know, at the time it was a modded mess and stuff like that, so I never did it. But I think that map is too chaotic and messy. It reminds me of an Infinity Ward map, and I just don't like it. It feels like you get shot in the ass or you got to turn around, and it's a little too crazy for me. It's a little too up front and in your face. It's kind of hard to position yourself. The other map that you're not going to see here is a map called Pod, and I think that's a pretty okay map. I guess I'm kind of indifferent about it. It's not terrible, but it's not awesome. It's kind of just whatever. But this map here, I'm gonna say Frost, I think, is a classic Call of Duty map already. It's just one of those maps that right away, you know, it's a pretty small map, but it's laid out really smart, and it's just fun, and you learn it real quick, and you get it. You get the sight lines, the routes, the lanes, all that. It feels like a classic Call of Duty map, one that people are really gonna like. That's my opinion anyway, but I really like it. At first I thought it was just going to be a Berlin Wall clone, which, you know, I wasn't a big fan of that map. But I really like this map. And then, of course, you know, Takeoff is just Stadium reskinned. So, you know, that's a pretty cool map. But I guess I prefer the old skin. I like the map, but, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm just not too big of a fan of the reskin that they gave it, but I still like the map, so overall I still like it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough of the map pack. You know, it's the last one. It's supposed to keep us going until Call of Duty Ghosts comes out, and you know, it's cool. I like it. It's definitely worth the money, in my opinion. If you're going to spend more than, you know, 10 or 12 hours playing them, then it's worth the money. So let's move on to the topic of this video, as we are already 3 minutes in. I want to talk about Call of Duty, the development houses. Excuse me, I'm just sipping on my blueberry beer. I found it in the fridge. I was thirsty. It's pretty good. Okay, so Infinity Ward and Treyarch. Everybody knows every year these guys switch off. Infinity Ward sort of made Call of Duty as we know it. They're responsible for the core gameplay, the feel, the 60 frames per second. You know, they were the guys who sort of set the bar and created Call of Duty as we know it. And then Treyarch, you know, has the off year, and you know, they put their stuff into it. They put their spin on Call of Duty, and each year we sort of switch off. And what I want to talk about tonight is you know, I hinted about it in my last video where I talked about Ghosts. It's very frustrating to me that there's no continuity between these development houses, and I feel like Infinity Ward and Treyarch, it's this constant tug of war and this back and forth momentum thing where I don't feel like they're working together to just keep improving Call of Duty. I think that you know, Infinity Ward, for whatever reason, is stuck in 2008, and they just want us to keep playing the same old game, and they're dressing it up, but they're not keeping any of the innovations that I feel that Treyarch has given to this game. And the reason I'm talking about this tonight is actually sort of got into it with a couple guys on Twitter, some friends of mine, and we were sort of debating this, you know, like, because I just feel like Ghost is a step backwards. I feel like a lot of what made this game great and a lot of the big steps forward that this game took are being completely ignored by Infinity Ward, and they're just going to keep giving us the same old Call of Duty that they're used to giving us. And And so, you know, the sort of debate was, you know, who's more innovative? Is it Infinity Ward or Treyarch? And of course, you know, you guys are familiar with me. Excuse me, I'm sound whoring. I'm trying to keep my kill streak going here. I end up getting relentless on this one here, but I was just sound horn that guy. I could hear him above me somewhere. I didn't feel like dying. So yeah, I feel like, you know, Infinity Ward is not really innovated anything since, you know, 2000. I guess since Modern Warfare 2. I will say that that's sort of the Call of Duty, the last time they innovated, okay? So they added all the depth of kill streaks and sort of, you know, the perk layout and the attachments layout and just kind of the generic, you know, sort of feel that we have now. Every Call of Duty basically has the same setup, and they change a few things around here and there, but COD 4 had it, but it was sort of refined and presented in a very sort of packaged way in Modern Warfare 2. That's the one thing that's been continuous throughout the series as each version comes out, has been that, you know, the way that it feels, the way that the create a class, the kill streaks and all that sort of shit. But I feel like since then they've done absolutely nothing to forward Call of Duty as we know it. Treyarch, on the other hand, I feel like has made some great strides in adding depth and fine-tuning this game and trying to bring Call of Duty forward and not just giving us the same old bag of tricks every single year. And my evidence of this would be, I would, you know, give you the theater mode. Infinity Ward's theater mode is a joke. To have, you know, I like theater mode. I make theater mode videos. I think it's a great artistic form, and I mean, I only just use it to make cinematic videos, but you know, there's so much you can do with it. And then they took it sort of to another level by adding the COD casting feature. I'm not sure if Ghost will have that, but right now we're just talking about theater mode. Infinity Ward, their theater mode is an afterthought. It's a joke. It's crap. So to go from Black Ops 1 and how robust their theater mode was, and then MW3, you know, like when I got the game, I was like, all right, let's make some theater mode videos. And then I was like, this sucks. You know, there's no dolly cam. It was just garbage. It was crap. So that's a big thing I think that Treyarch has done, and Infinity Ward is just completely ignored. The next thing would be, you know, I would say would be the objective, the way that Treyarch has encouraged objective play. That's always been one of the people's big problems, is what do people do in Call of Duty games, right? They camp out and they camp for kill streaks and they don't play the objective, and the people who do play the objective just keep dying on the B flag because the green triangles are just in the back of the map, or they're hiding in a corner somewhere so they can get their Pavlo or their chopper gunner so they can try and get their nuke or whatever. And so with Black Ops 2, you know, they tweaked the system to give you a situation where if you don't play the objective, it's going to be very hard for you to get the upper tier kill streaks, whereas if you do play the objective, you can just keep rolling with kill streaks and you can do very well. You know, I know Modern Warfare 3 had the point thing where they give you a point for an objective, but it's not the same. It's not as encouraging. There's a big difference between, you know, the amount of points you get for capturing objectives and the amount of points you get for capture kills. You add those two things together and then you look at, okay, you can get an extra point for taking a flag in an Infinity Ward game. Well, big fucking deal. Just get another kill. You know, it doesn't really encourage objective play at all, in my opinion. So that's huge, because that's trying to fix the game. That's trying to fix what's wrong with Call of Duty, is people not playing it right for everybody. They should play the objective or go play TDM. Infinity Ward has completely ignored that. They just brought back the Modern Warfare 3 system. So I feel like that's another step backward. They're just ignoring that. They don't care about objective. They want people to get kill streaks, and they want a lot of people dying and a lot of people killing, and that's just really all they're worried about. The next thing I would talk about is, you know, fine-tuning things like Ghost. Black Ops 2 fixed the Ghost problem. It fixed the assassin problem. You know, you can put Ghost on, but if you sit in a corner, you're gonna show up, and you have to, if you're gonna use Ghost, you have to use it tactically and you have to move around. I run Ghost on all my classes in Black Ops 2. You want to call me a bitch for it, fine, but I move around. I don't see any point in being on the UAV. Why would I want to be on the UAV? So, but at the same time, I know I can't camp. If I want to, you know, act like a Sally and hide in the corner, I'm going to show up on the UAV. So it encourages me to keep my ass moving and not get too campy. Infinity Ward, nope, not interested in that at all. Well, as far as I know, off the grid is off the grid, and that's just that. Just back to the way things were. So, you know, I feel like they're just constantly ignoring any progress that's made. And that's very frustrating for me, and I think in the end, it's what's going to allow the game like Titanfall to slowly unseat Call of Duty and turn a lot of the long-time players of the game to start looking for something new to do. Because if every year you sort of make these strides forward, and then every other year you have to go backwards and play essentially the Call of Duty from 2010 every other year, it's very frustrating. I don't know how many times you can keep doing that. So, you know, again, Ghost, they added titties and a dog, and they added some things. It looks like, you know, I'm not saying it's going to be a completely horrible experience, but it's certainly not moving forward, and that's what concerns me. So, let me know what you guys think about this. You know, I like to think I'm not an Infinity Ward hater. I'm not a Treyarch fanboy. I flame either studio when I think it's necessary. But, you know, people are going to judge me how they want, and they're going to think how they want. So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I guess I will be talking to you soon. So go out and get these maps if you like Black Ops 2. I mean, I think it'll be good to take us through the end of the game, and that's pretty much it. So you can see I'm pissed off I got killed there, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Take care.